Hey, this is Ron from Rip the Lip. Welcome back to the channel. Got a different type of interview for you today. I was able to sit down and talk with the 119 crate sportsman driver Doug Smith about his big win at Big Diamond last year. Had a blast talking about his big win and tried to pick his brain a little bit about everything a driver goes through while inside of the car. If you do enjoy this content, drop a like, share it with a friend, and follow the channel. Enjoy! All right, so this is a feature from, was it the prelude to the Coal Cracker in September? So as far as the night went, we're not going to watch the features or anything. How did that night go as far as coming off the trailer? How fast did you feel? And then how did the heat go?
The hops we came out, we weren't fast. We really weren't. I think we put a harder tire on the right on the right front, and it was a big difference. So going into the heat, we really didn't have any good feedback from the hot laps, and it showed. We really didn't have a lot of speed in the heat either. I think we finished fourth. I don't think we moved. Actually, no. I think we finished. Yeah, I think we still finished third. I think we went from fourth to third.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't really tracking down anyone ahead of me.
Gotcha.
So we definitely were lacking speed for the heat. So coming into the feature, I really didn't expect much.
Okay, and then I know like Big Diamond's usually a heavier track, at least from what I've been told. It does hold the water pretty well. Now, was like, if you can tell me, like, how does the harder tire benefit you as far as, I know people will put harder tires on for like longer races or for the big cars and stuff like that. Like, what's the thought process by changing the tire compound going into even just a heat compared to the feature?
So for the heat, you obviously have your 8-lap races for the crates at least here. So the idea is just to use a soft compound because you're not going to use up all the tire. But for the feature, it really just depends on the track. Early on in the year, it was very heavy. I'm assuming they put new clay down. And as the year went on, I guess some of that kind of blew off because it's just starting to get more slick and slick. Like I can remember, I think my second or third races there, it was crazy heavy. Like I couldn't even tell you. That was... I never been so tight in a car, not just from the car being tight, but from the track just being so heavy. But then those last couple of races there, the prelude, the race before that, and the Coal Cracker, it was all just black from bottom to top. And you'll see here that I struggle heavily through 3 and 4, trying to keep the car on the bottom. We struggled while you were there in 3 and 4, trying to get our car to stick to the bottom.
Yeah.
So our idea was, especially towards late in the races, like the Coal Cracker was a 30-lapper, so using a harder compound was definitely necessary. We didn't do that for some reason. We stuck to the normal 38 right rear.
Okay.
And I think we battled with Ryan Conrad for about 6 laps, and after that, the car was just dead. No grip coming out of 4. It was just dead.
Yeah.
And then you see Tile Pete come around. Like last 3 laps, he blows probably like 20 cars, like like everybody else is standing still, and it's like, ugh. So yeah, so definitely here with the longer races, I should say, you want to put a harder, or at least rear tires on.
Mm-hmm.
For the front, like I said, we experimented with the harder right front. That was a mistake. But no, for the rear tires, if it's a longer race, definitely want to put a harder compound on.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's get into this race here. This is just the beginning of it. Looks like you start in 4th row inside. Next to Pete, and yeah, it looks like the top row just doesn't. They just don't go.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy started out there, but he started outside pole, and he just, and even got Ryan Watts' kid there. So like, there's some fast people here. It's serious competition. It's no slack.
I saw that happen. I really didn't think. I really don't know what happened. You see right there, I got around Kyle Candio, the 17.
Yeah, it was
just kind of stuck there. So that was nice.
Yeah, it was almost like slingshot racing again. You're just like, no one goes, and you just pass everybody out in one lap.
Pedal to the metal. I'll tell you, it filled me with hope from starting 7th, being 4th, or getting in 3rd by the end of the first lap.
Yeah, seriously, that's definitely a big confidence booster, and get you set up for hopefully not a full on green run. Do you like the longer green runs, or you like the restarts to kind of try to get an advantage on the cars in front of you?
I love the restarts, especially when I start on the outside, because I will run the top in 1 and 2 like it's like you're supposed to.
Yeah, you just throw it in there.
Stick too, so that was pretty great. Yeah, we have that big clunk of mud on the GoPro.
Yeah, like you were saying, it's a nice red clay they have up there, but
it's crazy.
But right now you're just sticking to the leaders. Are you just kind of sticking with them, not really pressing the issue, or you just or are you driving super hard just to keep up with them?
No, at this point, I'm watching the leaders here, just trying to figure out where their strengths are. I know Ryan or Logan's crazy fast through 3 and 4. That's why I lose a lot of speed. I gain back on 1 and 2.
Yeah, it looks like you roll the middle there so much better.
Yeah, so I knew if I had to pass him, it'd have to be in 1 and 2. Can't really see the link card too much, but I know Logan was on top of him, so if I could pass Logan, I could probably get around the link card.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just trying to save my stuff, make sure I don't junk the car by hitting a Uke tire. These Uke tires are,
They're big, yeah.
They're not like slingshots. You don't climb them, you run right through them.
Yeah, exactly. I think the end result is probably the same, but...
Right. Yeah, hit one of these things, you're done for the night.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because...
yeah.
So, yeah, it just seems like a pretty slow start here. Just everyone just staying in line, just kind of figuring out what they're going to do. It looks like lap traffic might be coming to the picture. A lot of maybe slower, newer people maybe that are...
We get there.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I haven't seen this race yet, so I don't know how long this green flag run is. Is it pretty long one at the beginning?
It's green to checkered.
Green to checkered. There's no cautions in this one.
You would think there would be, but no. Towards the end of the season, we got really good on the grades.
Wow, that's like super impressive. Like
isn't it?
I mean, I like the restarts too because they're like super interesting and like crazy stuff happens. But man, if you can run like full long races, like that just shows who the good drivers are because you got to be up on that wheel for 30 laps. Like I don't know, my arms got tired when I drove a slingshot for like 20 laps. Like. So now this lap car is getting in the way. So are those the 2 leaders? Like, are you just passing the outside? So
I sent it to the top.
So if we, I'm just gonna back up here just a quick bit here, but coming into 3 and 4, it looks like there's the lap car, and there's the 2 leaders and the lap car staying on the bottom. Now it looks like whoever's leading decides to try to go low, but then the lap car wants to go low too, or it looks like everyone's just run into each other.
So what happened was that lap car, I can't remember who it was.
Mm-hmm.
I kept on watching them laps before, and they're going pretty slow through the corners, and they're not coming off the hub. So I was like, if we catch them, I'm gonna need to go to the top. And lo and behold, we caught them, and the only car tried running right through them. Like I was watching the track video, and he just was going right through him, and that's why he stopped, went up the track, so the lap car is still on the hub.
Yeah.
And Logan tries to go underneath both of them. So I tried going underneath both of them too. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna follow Logan. And Logan kind of got shoved down towards the infield, so I kind of was like, all right, I can't go there. Hit the brake, turn right. Actually, hit the yoink car. I almost spun him out.
I didn't even notice it when we went through the video because it didn't even look like you. I mean, everyone was just kind of banging together.
Oh yeah, it was just like it was every man for himself there. No, I definitely got into him, and I kind of felt bad because he might have had to run on the outside, but
I mean that's racing. What are you gonna do?
Listen, you give and take, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because like that's a split-second decision. So you're coming out of. I mean, your foot's to the floor. You're coming out of the turn, and you got to contend with people 3 wide, kind of pancake sandwiching themselves basically. So like.
Yeah.
In that decision to go higher than follow Logan, kind of set you apart and kind of pretty much won you the race, I guess, as long as you're able to keep this momentum going.
Yeah, because when I hit the brake and I turned right, I'm like, well, there's no one up top, so I threw it up there, and I don't know. The entire race, I ran the hub, so I threw it up top in 1 and 2. I had no idea if it was going to stick or not, and it did, and I got a great run off of him, and I pulled away. And I was watching the track film again, and where I pulled away from him was in 1 and 2. Still struggling in 3 and 4, but that was definitely my strong suit here.
Yeah, was there no top that night? Like there was no, I guess, threat of Watt coming to the outside of you or anything? You were just sticking to your line, hell or high water.
Yeah, I just kind of stuck it to the bottom. I mean, that's what I did in the first night I won. It worked for me, so I guess I'm like, you know what, let's just... If he's gonna pass me, I'm gonna have to make him work for it. So there was definitely a top there. I mean, I passed the leaders on the top side.
Yeah.
But not many people are willing to venture out there. I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I typically go out there whether it's for my benefit or harm.
Gotcha. I have noticed that from some of the videos that you have on YouTube, and you're not scared to go out there just to see if there's something because more than half the time there's something.
So
But
you can't pass one by following them. You know,
exactly,
You gotta get around them somehow.
you got to search around for something. So I guess we're on that's the white flag, I believe.
Yeah, just had to cross over a lap.
And did you hear Watt around you at all? Was there anyone near you? I mean,
I swore I did, and I came out of the car and I told my dad, I'm like, was he close to me? He goes, no, not really.
oh, so you were basically checked out and just
That's it,
zooming
pretty
through
much.
there,
It's like,
basically.
oh yeah, because the green flag there, like green flag.
You guys really,
Once
I
you
mean,
get
they're a lot faster than they seem because you kind of you watch like the big blocks and and some of the small block races, and they'll like the Super Dirt Car Series, they'll click off 100 laps in no time, and then they follow it up by the 602 crates, and they look slow, but once you get in one, then you can tell it's got some power.
going from a slingshot to one of these things is like I can't even explain it.
I mean,
I don't think
I've
I
only
got
driven about
throttle.
10 laps in a 602 crate, and I can tell you I don't know how you guys pass in these things. Maybe I need some more seat time, but it was pretty wild. Not gonna lie.
I don't think I got full throttle the first time I was in it. I was
Really?
scared. I was scared.
Because I remember when you were at 5 Mile Point, you won all the rookie races. I mean, you were just cruising. It wasn't close,
No,
but
no.
I guess that was after your your practice laps, right?
the two practice sessions that you held before, I kind of got adapted to the car. But no, I did not get full throttle that first time I was out there. I was scared.
Yeah, because that's a big jump. I mean,
Oh.
from like slingshots, you could just hold it to the floor the whole way.
Oh yeah, and slingshots, you're just pedal to metal, just praying out there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like it's such a different feel having like a car that rotates and throws the weight over to the right, and now we have the short left side panhard. So then you're really sucking that left rear tire like basically up into the side panel, almost like a late model. Yeah. So it's just it's so different. And I know talking to Danny Buckafuska, he raced against you up there. He said when the track got really heavy, it was really tough on those right rears because of how hard those cars sit on that right rear. And you usually don't run too hard a compound. I would assume not too hard since it's only 20 laps, but like getting flats on those heavy tracks is probably not fun.
No, we would. I didn't get a flat this year, so that was
That's good.
lucky on my part.
Saving some
but no,
tires with the tire shortage.
Right? Yeah. No, but we'd shoot through right rears like it was nothing up there. We went through probably a left rear, right rear, and a right front every week almost.
That's what I see seems so crazy to me because like they don't have that much power like as compared to the modifieds, but man, you could really spin those tires off.
Oh yeah.
That's
The
crazy.
one night up there, we actually even went through a left front.
Really?
That was oh yeah, we
Left front. I mean,
you would think you wouldn't use it, but we'd shoot through a left front.
wow.
I don't
Well,
know if it
yeah,
was kind of
that's
just
amazing.
out there, but
But that was so. How many wins did you end up having up at Big Diamond this year? Was it just the two?
Yeah, we just had the two.
The two, and then a bunch of top fives, and just always fast, always toward the front.
Yeah, we really helped with the handicap there too. I don't think we really started worse than 7th or 8th most of the season, except before when you win, you start 12th.
Yeah, exactly.
Handicap.
Now is that the?
Definitely starting?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, but definitely starting up front towards like I think 7th was our average starting spot.
Mm-hmm.
That helped quite a bit. It was nice to be up there, especially when you have I hate to say it, but it's like maybe not as fast cars on a weekly basis ahead of you.
Yeah.
Be able to navigate them a little easier.
Yeah, it's a bit confidence booster to pass a couple cars too, not just to stay in the same spot.
Right, but no, they're just as fast. Like Jonathan Swift, he won 3 races I think up there.
Wow.
Yeah, you blow past him one day like he was staying still, and the next time he would win the race by almost half a lap.
That's crazy.
Like, it is. It really is.
Now is that the only track that you raced full time, or did you travel anywhere on Saturdays or anything? Because I know Big Diamond runs on Fridays.
Yeah, we went to some Saturday shows back at 5 Mile Point, but I'm not a big fan of that track anymore.
Gotcha. Is it just the track conditions weren't really up to par? It looked like it could get a little ruddy. Just from pictures I've seen, I've only driven on it once, but it just seems like it kind of blew off too quick and didn't. I don't know. Maybe they just sealed it weird. I'm not sure.
It's hard to go from red clay to dirt.
Yeah, yeah. Same with
difference.
Same with Pencan and stuff. It's just sand and dirt and dusty and stuff. So, I mean, hopefully they could update their their track prep a little bit, maybe get some clay.
Right. It's a great track. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I've had some great races there. I mean, the one night, it was, you would actually run the top, and you were fast up top. I was passing cars, throwing slide jobs. It was great.
Yeah, I remember watching you in the rookies against my cousin. Just like passing everybody. It was great. It was a sight to see for sure. But yeah, it's a good track. I mean, it's been there forever, and I used to go to it when I was a kid. It was amazing. But yeah. So is there any plans? I guess for the future for so you said next year you're going to be running for a point championship up at Big Diamond. Any plans for any other tracks, maybe some special races? Are you trying to venture into the short track super series maybe a little bit? I know that's pretty local tracks that run it, and there's pretty fast guys, but I think you might be able to contend with them a little bit.
Yeah, I would love to do some more short track super series. We did the one race in Bloomsburg, and I just got screwed from the start. I think I picked the second worst number. I started like 9th out of was it 9th? I think I started 9th, and they only took 4.
Oh.
It's hard to pass that. It's hard to pass at Bloomsburg.
It looks like a paper clip. This looks long straightaways and really tight turns.
It was funky. Turn 3 and 4, I just couldn't figure out.
No,
it was really set up. It almost felt like a weed sport type track where.
Oh, really?
1 and 2 was a sweeper, and it kind of went to like a D.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 and 4, it was almost started off a sweeper and kind of cut very hard. So.
That's interesting. It's hard to get that perspective when you're looking from like flow racing, basically, like only from the front straight.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's pretty good. Is there anything else that you wanted to explain or talk about, or any like this is definitely something I want to try to do more with other drivers, to kind of pick their brains on, like, sure, what they're thinking in the car, but like I guess prep and adjustments, like what adjustments you made, why you made them, did they help, like type thing, like just to get a little more insight, because I feel like this sport is kind of a little not underdeveloped, but just like underutilized with how, like, I know the information's supposed to be secret because it's like, it's a race, Yeah, it's a race. But as far as like, introducing more people to the sport and like helping some people be a little bit faster than maybe they're used to being, can kind of help people stay in the sport, or maybe, just get them excited for it instead of buying a car and being super slow and not having the right setup and just being super discouraged.
No, I definitely just talk to people. Like that's the best thing you can really do is just talk to experienced people. I mean, we got lucky having Brian Malcolm's crew.
Yeah, for sure. That's a lot of it. That's a lot of experience. Probably longer than you've been alive.
Oh, easily. Easily. I have a picture on my wall with my father in Victory Lane.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm like, all right.
Exactly.
On him, so.
Yeah. Right.
No, it's definitely just talk to people. I mean, that's how we got into slingshots. Was Casey Huffcoat. We went to Oakland Valley, talked to him, and he gave us a bunch of tips on how to set the car up, be fast, daily maintenance.
Yeah, he was fast in a slingshot, man. I'm proud of him for getting a win at Orange County, though. That was quite the race.
Good. It was. A lot of us slingshots guys are doing really good.
Yeah, I've been noticing that, as far as even at Orange County, I saw like Tyler Banks was there. Casey Huffcutt, Isabella Van Orden. She didn't really race slingshots too long, but she seems to be more versed in a sportsman. It seems like once you move out of junior slingshots, all-star slingshots, like you can really showcase your talents a lot more, because those cars are so finicky and so like slow. You know what I mean? It's like if you're not on it or in the where you're supposed to be, then it's hard to pass.
I
it's
do
tough.
Not miss slingshots in the slightest.
I think that's everybody but Danny says that same thing. Danny Buckabuska still loves those damn things, and I don't know why. Maybe because he's driving Randy's cars. I don't know. Maybe that's a big difference. Who knows?
Oh, they're fast, man. They're crazy fast.
Yeah. He always finds the best drivers too. It's pretty wild how he cherry picking them. I think. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I find it funny because Danny's got the Gilroy car for the Sportsman, and for the 4th of July race, the Cracker 100 for the slingshots, the Firecracker 100 for
yeah.
As soon as Danny passed me in the slingshot Gilroy car, I smacked the Uke tire. So the first couple weeks at Diamond, I'm looking at the car and having flashbacks. I'm like
post-traumatic stress at Hamlin.
Yeah, I was nervous.
Yeah.
No, but it was cool to race against Danny.
That's
I raced against the slingshot, so.
That's awesome. All right, so I think we've been talking for quite a while here. So anybody that you want to thank and on the, I guess, on the car and the crew and everybody, and just like where can anybody that watches this find you, basically? So YouTube, Facebook, everything like that.
Yeah, well, obviously I want to thank Smoking Joe's, Howell, Howell Construction, Strundle Consulting, ENR Roofing, Probes Transportation, Enders Motors, Dig Racing Shocks, Sharky's Fuel, Waymart Building Center, Brian Davis Powder Coating, Kaiser Valley Auto Wreckers, Carl Mini Welding, May Equipment, Murray Racing Performance Parts, and I don't think I'm missing anybody. I really hope not. Oh, Snyder Photography, she's on the car now. But we got a lot of people behind us, and we can't do it without them. My crew, they do a phenomenal job every single week. Really helped me get fast, stay fast out on the track, making the right adjustments. I come in, I tell them, car's doing this or car's doing that, and they automatically know what to do to help it. So I can't thank those guys more than enough.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a big thing. Being able to translate what's happening in the car to the crew is huge. Because I've only driven a little bit, so I don't have a lot of experience. So I don't know if I am just like inexperienced and bad, or it's actually happening to the car. So it's like if I try to explain what's going on, it's like I might be driving it wrong, so can't take my word for it.
Well, that's why I record all the races.
Exactly.
Because, I don't know if I have highway. What's that called? Where you kind of blank out when you're driving.
Oh yeah. You just you like wake up and you're like, oh, I'm at my destination.
Right. I don't know if I have that one out there, and I comment. I tell, hey guys, the car's looking loose, and I'm like, what are you, an idiot? Push the wall.
It looks great.
Right? They're like, what are you talking about?
Awesome.
When they come in, so that's why I record everything. So
that's awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time. This was super fun. I hope we can actually do it again. Maybe with another race, and we'll maybe stick to the race a little more. But it was super fun. I enjoyed talking to you. You're really well spoken, and it's definitely fun. I'd like to start doing it maybe with some more drivers if I could find the time, honestly. But I'm definitely going to try to make it out to Big Diamond next year and see if I can get you live in a camera.
Right.
With the car itself, that would be super fun. Trying to do more interviews and just reach more people. So really appreciate you taking the time. It was super fun.
No problem.